So hello everyone, welcome back to my channel MD Learnings. So today, I will show you some of the common interview questions. Okay, for any beginners who is going for the interview, some common interview questions. What are the which is commonly asked by any interviewers? So first one is, what is a cell address? So while taking interview and interviewer might ask you if you will show skills like Excel. So might interview can ask you what is a cell address. So just you have to tell him what is the cell address. I will show you what is cell address with an example. Now I have clicked on this cell. In this cell you can see column number is D, okay, and the row number is 10. So cell address, it is the address of a cell, which is a combination of column number and row number. So we will call this cell as D10 because the column number of this cell is D, which is denoted by the letter D, and the row number is 10. So the cell address is D10. Similarly, for this cell, we can the cell address is D11 because the cell uh, column number is D and cell number is row number is 11. So you can see in this left side also, whenever you are clicking on any cell, so this number is going to change. So here also you can see name in the name box, you can see the cell address. So this is the cell address of this cell, which is D10. So this was the answer to the first question, what is cell address. Second question is, what do you mean by relative cell referencing and absolute cell referencing? So for this I will show you the example first for this question. Okay, so I will go to my sheet 2. You can see data here. There are two datas, data 1 and data 2. So if I will put some formulas there, like I want to do some calculation, so I will put multiply. Okay, so if I want to multiply, so what I will do, I will just put is equal to this cell multiply by this cell, and I will press is equal to. So here you will get the desired calculation, and when I will drag it down, the same formula, same calculation will be copied to each and every cell. Okay, but when you will click on this, okay, here you can see in the formula bar, what is the formula? D4. D4, okay, this is the D4, and multiply by E4. This is E4. And for the second, it is D5 multiply by E5. So just I will show you broadly. Okay, click on go to formula, click on show formula. So here you can see D4 multiply by E4, and for the second one D5 multiply by E5, D6 E6. So relatively each and every calculation, the cell number, cell address is changing. Okay, cell address is changing. When you will click on this, it will show these two cells we are doing multiplication. So this we call relative cell referencing. What was the first? Relative cell referencing. So what is the second part is absolute. See, whenever you are doing multiplication here, the cell address is changing as per the data 1 and data 2. So I will remove the formula first. Now I will delete this first. And what if if I have a number here, I will take it as 45. Okay, and I will multiply data 1, okay, my D4 multiply by this cell, which is I2. Okay, so here you can see I have done a multiplication for my D4 cell and I2 cell. If you will drag it down, what will happen? So just try it first. If you will drag it down, the other cell, it came 0. But why? Just go to your formula, show formula, and just see what happened there. So here you can see D4 multiplied by I2, D5 multiplied by I3, similarly D6 multiplied by I4. So with this data, this is also changing, because see, it is taking relatively as compared to if you are going to the first cell. This is the first cell for this data. The first cell is this multiplied by the second first cell of this, second cell multiplied by second cell. So here the value is 0. That's why if we are doing multiplication of the data 147D5, so it will take relatively here. Okay, if we are going for relative calculation, so it will take I3, because here we are taking this data 125 D4 cell as my first cell, and this as a first cell. We are doing calculation for these two cells. So relatively it will take, when you are going to the next cell, it will take simultaneously, it will take a second cell. So this is relative calculation, relative cell formatting. But what is absolute? What if I want these all the data multiplied by only this cell, and I need the data here? So this is what we call absolute, because we are not changing this cell. Okay, this cell will be remain same, but we are just changing these cells, and we need the calculation. So just remove your formula first. Now what I have to do in this, what I have done, I have first delete this. I want D4 multiplied by this. Okay, but in this I don't want to change so change this cell for other fields. Okay, for other cells I need this cell to be constant and other to be changed. So what I have to do, I have to give here dollar. Okay, in front of I and in front of 2 I have to give only dollar. So now you can see same value came. But when, if you will drag it down, whenever you are going to drag it down, just try it first. See, the values came. If you will click on this, just show formula, and you can see the cell, the second cell with which I am multiplying my data one fields, it is constant, it is not going to change. Okay, so this is what absolute cell referencing. So in relative cell referencing, the field which you are multiplying, okay, which you are doing calculations, it will change relatively. Okay, and in absolute, the field, one field will remain fixed, it is not going to change. So this is called absolute cell referencing. And what is relative cell referencing? So field are going to change as per your formula, as per your data. But in absolute, if you put dollar sign, then it is not going to change. So this is what absolute cell referencing. So I hope you can understand the difference between them. Now, my third question is, how do you freeze panes in Excel? Okay. So see, I have this data. Okay. This set of questions I have. So whenever I am scrolling down, my top two rows are also scrolling up. Okay, so what I want these two rows to be freezed. Okay, whenever I will scroll, only the questions I want to scroll down, and these two should be freezed, so that I can easily understand key this is the question column and this is a serial number column. So what I have to do, first I have to select this. Okay, select this row, because I want to freeze these two. So first these two column rows I have to freeze. So I have to select this, go to your data tab, sorry, not data, you go to your view tab, and in here you can see freeze panes. So just you have to drop it down and I want to freeze panes. So just click on freeze panes. So now when I will scroll down, you can see the changes. These two rows are freezed. Whenever you are scrolling down, it is not going to scroll with these data. Okay, it is not going to scroll with these questions. These two are freezed. Similarly, if you want to remove, just you have to click on freeze panes and unfreeze it. So this was the answer for the third question, which is how do you freeze pane in Excel. Just you have to go to your view tab, you have to select the row which you want to freeze, okay, and you have to click on freeze panes and you have to click on the first option, which is freeze panes. Now my fourth question is, how can you restrict someone from copying a cell from your worksheet? See, these data what I have in my screen, these data, if I am sending someone, so anyone can edit it, like they can edit and they can make the changes. So I want, whenever I'm going to send this data to anyone, I want key, if they want also, they can't change any questions, any field in this sheet. I want to protect this sheet, okay? Because if they will change, do any changes, I will lose my data. So what I will do, just first select this, okay, and go to your this home tab. In home tab, cell style, no, not in the cell icon here, it is format. Okay, in cell you will find the format. Click on this format, drop it down and go to format cell. First you have to check your sheet is field or lock or not. So first go to protection, click on locked. Okay, this is already done. Click on lock and press OK. And the next thing you have to do, you have to go to your review tab, and in the review, in protect, see one field is protect. In this you will find a protect sheet. So you have to just click on protect sheet. Already cells, select locked cell I have selected from my format cell. So just you have to give the password. I will give it like 1234. This is my password, and click on OK. One more time you have to enter the password 34 and click OK. Now see, if I'm sending this file to anyone, so if they want also, if you are typing anything, so error message will come ki cells or chart you are trying to change is on protected sheet. To make a change and protect the sheet, you might be requested to enter the password. So you have to enter the password, you have to unprotect it, you have to go to your review tab, they have to unprotect it, and if you have shared the password with them, then only they can make any changes in this sheet, because you have protected. So for unprotecting it, just you have to go to your review tab, click on unprotect, and what password you have given, just you have to enter the password and click on OK. So this was the answer to my fourth question, which is how can you restrict someone from copying a cell from your worksheet. Okay, now the last question, which is how is a formula different from a function in Excel. Okay, so for this answer to this last question, I will go to my sheet 2 where I have some data. First I will remove this formula what I have. Okay, now here you can see, now if I want addition, okay, so I have so many data, like if I will take a, I will add a column here, I will add a column here, and I will give data 3, and I will give some entries like this. Okay, now what is the difference between, what was my question, how is formula, like what is, how is formula different from a function? See, formula is defined by a user. Like I am a user, I am currently working on this sheet, so I am a user, so I will define the formula. So see, if I want addition, so I will just press is equal to, I will select this cell, then I will press sum button, I will go to my second data, and I will press sum button, and then I will select the third data and press enter. So this is what This formula I have defined, okay, and it is a time taking. So I have selected each and every data and I have defined a formula. This is defined by a user. Okay, formula is every time defined by a user. Whether if you want multiplication, like if you want multiplication, so I will press is equal to, and I will press my first data and put multiply sign and then second data. So this is defined by me. Okay, Excel has not defined this. This is what we called formula. Formula is a user defined. The user who is working on the sheet, he will define the formula and he will use it. And what is function? Function is predefined by Excel. Okay, so many inbuilt formulas are there which is predefined in the Excel. So what is the difference? So if I need addition, okay, and if I will not use formula, I will not use like it is equal to and add each and every cell. So I will use sum function, sum. Just you have to type sum sum function and press tab and select the cell. These three cells from D4 to F4. I need sum and press enter. So when you will see the formula, okay, when you will show formula, here you can see this sum function is predefined in the Excel. I have not defined it. This is an inbuilt function in the MS Excel, which is called Excel functions. And when I will do it manually like this, so this is called what? This is called the formula which is defined by a user. So you can see the difference. Result is same, but formula is defined by the user and function is defined by Excel. It is a predefined inbuilt function in the Excel which you can use for doing your calculations like different trigonometric calculations and mathematical calculations. So many different predefined functions are there in Excel which you can use it. So this was the difference between formula and function. So these five questions, it is not like it will be asked, but as per some assumption, maybe these questions, if you have skills like Excel and you are a beginner, and the interviewer might ask some of the questions, common questions, which is commonly asked in interview for any beginner. So hope you guys learn this and might it might help you in your interview. And please, if you like it, please do like and subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon. For this time, thank you so much. Bye bye.